If you didn't know much about number 39, you definitely don't know anything about number 38.
Number 38, Bob McAdoo.
All right, some respect for the old timers in Bob McAdoo. So here's what Bob McAdoo was able to do. He also, by the way, like Walton, was only one-time first-team All-NBA and one-time second-team All-NBA. However, he came into the league, and by year two, he had a 3-year stretch where he either won the MVP or came in second. He went MVP in 75, second place in 74, second place in 76, and Rookie of the Year in 73. He was a 3-time scoring champ, averaging 32 per game, years 2 through 4. And as you can see, from 1974 to 1979, averaged 29 and 13. The problem for McAdoo is the lack of championships as the best guy, but it doesn't kill him that much because of what he was able to do in the postseason. His first playoff series ever, which is in year 2, he has 2 40-point games. He averaged, the year he won MVP, 1975, which was his 3rd year, he averaged 37 and 14 in a playoff series against Elvin Hayes and the Bullets, an excellent Bullets team that a few years later would go on and win a championship. He averaged 37 and 14 against them. In that series, he had 34 points in every single game and put up a 50 and 21. Again, this is year 3, the year he won the MVP. During that 3-year peak, while his team never won a championship, never made the finals, he averaged in the playoffs 32 and 14 in 46 minutes per game. In his first, and then he changes teams, goes to the Knicks. First playoff game ever with the Knicks, 41 points. And then he eventually goes to the Lakers. 82 Lakers, nobody thinks about Bob McAdoo, but he was important. So he ends up winning 2 titles with the Lakers. One could argue the reason they didn't win the 84 title was because McAdoo got hurt. He gets hurt in Game 6 of the 84 finals, or else maybe they win that series. But in 86, he was just a role player. But in 82, he was an important player for that team. Magic wins finals MVP. But to get into the finals, to clinch his first career finals berth, as not a role player, but not the leading guy on the team with Magic and Kareem, he's 26 and 8 in the Western Conference Finals in the final game to clinch the finals berth. In those finals, he averaged 16 and 5. So an important piece on a championship team. And if we want to add a little bonus, after winning the title in 86 as a role player, he went to Europe and won 2 EuroLeague titles. A true professional scorer who, again, walked into the league and by year 2 was a top 2 MVP candidate for 3 straight years and a scoring champ for 3 straight years. Player number 38 is Bob McAdoo. I believe we have a question about Bob McAdoo. Let's hear it.
Nick, you know, as the wise elder statesman at First Things First, your tutor oftentimes, I'm glad to see you giving some love to my man, Bob McAdoo. McAdoo can do. That's what we used to say back in the day. Kind of a precursor to Kevin Durant, to be honest. Obviously not as good as Durant, but very much 6'9" at that time, stepping out, hitting the jump shot, could take you off the bounce as well. But I got to be honest, I don't think I'd have him ahead of Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis, especially Dwight, who obviously led a team to the finals 26 and 13 against LeBron, beating LeBron when they had, I believe, the best record in the league. But outside of that, I love you giving love to McAdoo can do.
All right, Brew, listen, those are fair points, and Brew obviously knows his NBA history, and I love that he's being a part of this with us. And I don't have McAdoo far ahead of Dwight and AD. It's like 4 or 5 spots ahead of him. My argument would be Dwight and AD have both come close to winning league MVP. Bob McAdoo won it and finished second 2 other times. And as dominant as their peaks were, I think McAdoo's was a touch more dominant, certainly on the offensive end, obviously not on the defensive end, but it's not a bad argument that he's making. But I think McAdoo had a touch more impressive career than Dwight Howard did, assuming Dwight's career is basically over, and then Anthony Davis has up to this point. If Anthony Davis doesn't eventually pass Bob McAdoo, something went terribly wrong. But there's player number 38, Bob McAdoo. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.